Hey friends, welcome back to the Procrastination Solution podcast, where we get real about what's holding you back and how to move forward with purpose, clarity, and a solid plan. I am your host, Nilo Burke, and I help women just like yourself overcome procrastination for good. So today we are starting a new series I am calling Momentum Monday, where you get a quick, focused boost to help you start your week strong. Every Monday, I'll be sharing one simple but powerful strategy that you can apply immediately to your week, something that creates momentum without burning you out. So let's dive in. This Monday's episode is called Set a Timer and Begin. Let me ask you this. What's that one task you've been putting off? You know the one, the one that sits in the back of your mind like a heavy weight, the one you've labeled too hard, too much, or I'll do it later. So today's episode is about breaking that cycle with just 10 minutes. That's right, 10 minutes can change your entire week, I promise. Now here's the strategy. Here's what I want you to do. Pick one hard task you've been avoiding, not 5, just one. Something that really matters to you, even if it feels scary or overwhelming. Number 2, I want you to set a timer for 10 minutes. That's it. Use a kitchen timer, use a timer on your phone, whatever you need to do. Set a timer, put on your headphones or not, and you're going to commit to just starting for 10 minutes. You're not promising to finish it, you're promising to begin this task. And then you're going to hit start. You're just going to begin. Don't wait until you feel like it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. You start when the timer starts, period. Now, your list of hard things might look similar or very different, but here are a few hard tasks you might be avoiding. These might be things that are sitting in the back of your mind and weighing on you. These are the things that you can commit to for just 10 minutes today. Number 1, you could finally open your finances and look at your budget or your credit card statement. If it feels heavy for you, like it used to feel heavy for me, I have been there. I have experienced this overwhelm so many times for so many years in my life. I promise you, 10 minutes will give you clarity. 10 minutes will give you peace of mind. Just starting and opening your finances and taking a look at, what's going on in front of you in your finances. Number 2, writing an email that you've been putting off. Maybe it's a boundary setting email that feels really hard. Maybe it's a text message, but some sort of a message that you need to send someone that might be feeling hard. This is one of those things that we also tend to avoid. Number 3, cleaning out one corner of the room that you've been avoiding because it feels too emotionally heavy. You can pick any corner in any part of your house. It could be the garage, the laundry room, the kitchen, the bedroom, anywhere really. Number 4, starting your resume or updating your resume or LinkedIn. Maybe you're curious about a job. Maybe you want to apply to something different and you need to update. I know working on resumes, I worked with college students and sometimes we had to tackle resumes or cover letters, and these things were difficult for them, so they always avoided it. And it doesn't just apply to college students, it also applies to adults. So for 10 minutes, you can commit to starting working on your resume or updating it. Number 5, if you have a business, maybe you can record a video or write content for your business. Number 6, you could schedule a doctor's appointment you've been avoiding or reschedule one that you're thinking in the back of your mind that you need to reschedule for some reason. Sometimes we avoid those things because, we think, oh, it's not going to take much time, or I'll do it later, or I don't want to wait on just be holding for somebody to pick up the phone, and then we forget to do it all together. Number 7, gathering up photos of loved ones or, for a special event and put it together in a photo album. I know that this is something I want to do, and this is something I have had at least 2 people in my life that have said they want to do. This is one of those tasks that requires you to be, emotionally present, especially when you're looking at photos of loved ones. And it can feel hard, it can feel heavy, but you can commit to starting this task for 10 minutes. It is totally possible. Number 8, sitting down to finally organize your calendar or your planner, getting clarity on what might be coming up for the next few weeks or months. We are in June now, so summer is upon us. Maybe you need to get clarity on what activities or things that are going to be coming up over the next few months. And number 9, going through your closet and getting rid of a few things that you no longer wear. I know this is the hard one. I've talked about this before. So maybe you can, commit to 10 minutes of going through just your t-shirts or just the pants or just the dresses, or pick a color in your closet and just go through, that specific color for 10 minutes. You can do this, I promise. Or number 10, this is a simple one. This is something that most of us have to do, but I promise you it feels hard. And that is folding the clean laundry and putting it away. So again, your list might not look like this, but this is, just a general list that I can definitely relate to most of these items on this list. Now, here's what happens when you do this. When you set the 10-minute timer and you start, you bypass the resistance of starting. Your brain stops trying to protect you, from a massive, overwhelming task. So when you use a timer for just 10 minutes, you're tricking your brain by shrinking the task into something manageable. It is no longer scary. It is no longer impossible. You're simply committing to 10 minutes. The second thing that happens is you access mental flow. Once you start, you often find yourself going past the 10 minutes. Why? Because action breeds momentum. Starting is the hardest part. You can keep going after the 10 minutes are up. You can reset the timer for another 10 minutes and stop after 20. Or you can simply stop at the 10-minute mark. The point of the strategy is to start. Starting is the hardest part of any goal, especially the hard ones, especially the hard things that we are not really excited about, right? I mean, nobody gets excited about laundry. And the third thing that happens is you shift your identity. You start relating to yourself differently. Even if you only work for 10 minutes, you've proven to yourself that I can do hard things. I keep promises to myself. This is a big one. I take action, even when I don't feel ready. I am capable of starting. I can start and keep going if I want to. I can conquer overwhelm 10 minutes at a time. All of these powerful thoughts are there for you to think, as opposed to thinking it's too hard. It will take too long. I will do it later. Or I don't have time right now. Or any other thought that might be holding you back and keeping that hard task on your to-do list week after week, month after month. Or when it comes to laundry, day after day, until you've used up all of the clothes in the basket and the clothes are all wrinkly and it's time to wash it all over again. Now, let's talk about why this works for women. We as women often carry invisible pressure. We carry invisible loads. We're expected to do everything be everything, take care of everyone, and somehow stay focused and inspired and productive and beautiful and skinny. But this weight, it's simply exhausting. And sometimes it's paralyzing to us, right? So this 10-minute strategy gives us this power back, this I can do power back to us. And it doesn't ask us to do it all. It asks us to just simply begin with what matters, to just face that hard thing for just 10 minutes. One task, one timer, one small win, right? And that small win builds momentum that we've been really waiting for to keep us going. Now, I'm just going to give you a quick real life example. Last week, I had a big project due by Wednesday. And I had been avoiding it. I kept telling myself I didn't have time, or I kept telling myself, oh, Wednesday is far away, I'll do it later. But the truth was I was really overwhelmed by the various parts of this project. But once I sat down and I started working on it, all the resistance just slowly started to melt away, like with each little progress milestone that I made. And for me, I work even faster if I'm listening to music that I'm really loving. When I have to really focus on a project, I don't listen to podcasts because I want to be present and I want to learn from what I am listening to, from my podcasts. But music, I totally can sit there and jam to anything. And before I knew it, I was celebrating the end of the project. I closed, the application on my computer. I closed my computer and I put it away, and it felt so amazing to be finished, right? Not because I forced it, but because once I started it, the fear and the resistance, they lost power over me. And then I was in this mental state of flow. There's this book called Flow. I have it here somewhere at home, but it's an amazing book. Look it up on Amazon. I think it's called The Power of Flow or Flow. And it's got this green cover. You might have even read it. And this is what it talks about. It talks about starting something and being in this energy where the resistance, that fear, or these negative thoughts that are in our brain constantly, they lose power over us once we are in this mental flow. So 10 minutes a day might, 10 minutes per hard task might not seem like very much momentum, but I promise you, once you start it, you keep going, right? So here's your challenge for this week. Right after you finish this episode, pick one task for today, Monday, set your timer for 10 minutes, and just start. Do this every day this week. You can work on the same hard task all week, right? Maybe you have a task that has multiple parts, so work on the multiple parts of it all week, or pick different ones every day of this week. But do this every day this week. 10-minute timer and one hard task, or a portion of one hard task, and hit the start button. By the end of the week, whether you finish it or not, you showed up. You took action. You moved forward. And that, my friend, is momentum. And momentum is a beautiful thing, I promise. So that is your Momentum Monday episode, right? This isn't about hustle. It's not about pushing harder. It's about moving forward with intention, even when life is feeling full. So if today's episode helped you, I would love for you to share it with a friend who needs a nudge to get started this week. And don't forget, every Thursday, I'll be dropping a deeper mindset episode to help you overcome procrastination for good from the inside out. So subscribe if you haven't. And remember this, you are not behind. You're just one small action away from progress. And now I want you to get started, because your 10 minutes start right now.